Unfortunately, I have to report that a Swedish tourist was beaten and robbed and thrown in a hole on the Cruces mountain. Unfortunately, he did not survive. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, Racing Borders. And now, the news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. My name is Rob Christian, also known as DC-born Rob, DC Rob, or you can just call me Rob. This video again is about a Swedish tourist who was climbing Cruces mountain. If you've seen my video before, I'll run a little bit of footage here, but it's a hiking trail that goes, a steep hiking trail that goes way away from civilization, if you know what I mean. It's going to take you a couple hours to get up. It took me probably an hour and a half to get up. So you're going to be up there, and there's no police that I have seen, and people are up there after dark too. I mean, it can be sketchy, of course, but the first story I like to have at least two different stories. The first source is from Minuto 30. It's entitled, "The Swedish Tourist Who Thieves Beat to Rob Him in Medellin Has Passed." Okay, the criminals who beat him threw him into a hole in the Cerro de las Cruces, okay, which is the Three Crosses. It's a mountain. It says, an initial report, the authorities through the Information System for Security and Coexistence, SISIC, revealed that the man was attacked by thieves. Initially, it is known that the victim was approached by three strangers who intimidated him with a firearm to steal his belongings and throw him into a hole. The authorities also revealed that the victim arrived in the city on February 21st in order to stay for 2 months and even rented an apartment. Colonel Henry Yacid Bejo Cubedes, operational commander of the Metropolitan Police, whom you'll see here in a little bit of video, provided another detail about the crime. On February 27th, he went out to share with other people, and on Tuesday, he approximately at 5:40 a.m. was found by police officers, Metropolitan. He showed signs of violence and was immediately transferred to care center and received medical assistance. Around 4 p.m. on Wednesday, February 2nd, the tourist died at the medical center. And this has to be March 2nd. It has to be a mistake. He was identified as K. Alexander M. 34, male, 34 years old, a landscaper by profession and resident of England. Okay, again, I have a couple of sources. So this one is entitled, They Murdered a Swede for Robbing Him. They beat him with a gun and threw him into a ravine on Cerro de las Cruces. And this one is from El Colombiano. It says, as the victim pointed out to the authorities, in the midst of his agony, he was approached by three criminals at the entrance of this tutelary hill. Okay, so he was still, I guess, at the beginning. And at the beginning of this hill, you're in a neighborhood. There's a little, like Mother Mary or something like that. I guess you pray to get up there and get back. I'm not sure what the significance is of the three crosses, but there's actually three crosses at the top of the hill with a gem up there. It's worth the walk, but go in a group. Okay, this foreign citizen was found alive in one of the ravines on Cerro de las Cruces, who died in the General Hospital in Medellin. So he was alive. They didn't know if he would make it. In a ravine on the Cerro de las Cruces, the authorities found a badly injured Swedish citizen who was the victim of the criminals who stole his belongings and inflicted multiple wounds on him from blows with the handle of a firearm before throwing him into the ground, a hole. The foreigner died hours later at the General Hospital of Medellin, where he received medical attention. The discovery of this European was recorded at 5:43 in the morning on Wednesday, when the authorities were alerted to what had happened to a man in the tutelary hill due to the request that he helped that was launching in English. I guess he was yelling and yelling for help in English. Upon arrival, they found him in the fetal position with profuse bleeding from his head and his body. They immediately transferred him initially to the Medellin Intermediate Unit. Due to his critical state of health, the foreigner, identified as K. Mackenzie, was transferred to the General Hospital, where he underwent surgery. Despite medical efforts, he died around 11:55 in the morning this Wednesday, judicial sources indicated. While being treated at his health center, the authorities reported the Swede, between his native language and English, stated that he was approached by three men. They took all his belongings, and after that, they beat him. They left him abandoned in a ravine on the hill. As it turned out, the Swede was touring the city, although it was not established where he was located by the criminals who attacked him at the end of his life. The man is the first foreigner, not counting Venezuelans, who has been murdered in Medellin in 2023. According to the records of the authorities in 2022, there were 10 foreigners killed in the city. Just on a side note, of course, this is unfortunate news, but recently, as a matter of fact, yesterday, I received the FOIA request information that I have been requesting for the past almost 2 years now regarding the death of Mr. Timothy Reed in Barranquilla, Colombia. And if you're not familiar with that story, go back and look at my videos. Maybe I'll put a video up at the end of this to at least one of the stories. But it gives the behind the scenes of what is spoken amongst themselves, meaning in the embassy, between the State Department and numerous other departments, the representatives, Warnock, and I think it's Scott in Georgia. But it's very interesting to hear what they say about you. Now, my name is mentioned quite a few times. I don't think they were happy with me because I kept asking questions, and the questions had to be more detailed. I understand that they're doing their job, but I tell you what, we can close that embassy if we cut off their use of cut and paste, because that's about what they do. But anyway, I will touch on that shortly once I figure out what I can report on, because most of the report has been blackened out. It's like some type of spy document. It's 165 pages. It took us a couple hours to read it last night. So hopefully we will touch base on that again, because as of next month, April 20th, this will be the 2-year anniversary since the death of Mr. Reed. And again, no one has been found, or no one has been prosecuted. I won't say that. Somebody could be found, but they have just not put out the name, I guess, to keep it secure. Not sure. But anyway, unfortunate news again, but I have to report it. Thank you guys for watching. And as usual, be safe.
Dating in Colombia can be confusing for foreign men. Plus, dating in Colombia can be outright dangerous. With Chica Check, you can date with confidence by screening your date first for past issues. Visit chicacheck.co and create your free account today.
If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Mori. Contact information in the description below. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. Join me on social media. I am dcbornrob official on Instagram. I am dcbornrob official 1 on TikTok. I am dcbornrob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know that you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media.